What's going on, y'all? It's day 18 of my series, 1,000-day series, 1K a day. So we up 18K, man. Just as a recap, this is me treating every single day as if I got paid $1,000 to live it. And today, Tuesday, is typically my active recovery day, but there's still snow all over the ground, so I wasn't able to go outside to do active recovery, so I had to just go to the gym. And instead of, like, what I do, my Tuesday active recovery days are a little bit more, like, active than my Thursdays. Thursdays are really, like, everything I do outside Thursday is optional. But Tuesday is still early in the week. I try to get more done. Like I do, like I said yesterday, I do half of my warm-up. I really kind of get outside and get in my zone, like get in a natural just rhythm and flow in the blocks. So couldn't do that. So what I did in the gym today was I just worked my hip flexors. I saw online like a couple weeks ago a great workout. It's on the lying down curl machine, or lying down leg curl machine. And what you do is you just, like, instead of lie down, on your stomach, you turn around and you kind of sit up and you put the, like, bar or whatever where it would go, like, on the back of your leg. You put it on top of your knee, put one leg out straight, and basically raise your hip flexor. And I just did sets of 15 with 25 pounds, light work. And I think it was 3 sets of 15 on each leg. And it's not more about heavy weight, because again, you can have like a really strong hip flexor, but if your hip flexor doesn't go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, it doesn't really matter if you can, raise 80 pounds with your hip flexor if you can only hip flex it 5 times before it gives out or it falls out of rhythm. So it was more of me, like, putting up and down and being rhythmic with that 25 pounds. And instead of, it's not more just like heavyweight training, because again, I did heavyweights yesterday. And then we have a sled in our gym. So what I did was I just pushed the sled, but like I just put 145 plate up there, or 145 pound plate up there, and really just focused on walking angles. So going horizontal with good shin angles and good, again, hip flexion, because I did that straight off of the hip flexor exercise that I did on the leg curl machine. And just working, all right, that range of motion, get that hip up and then put that foot down and really feel the glutes push it, and just do it slow and controlled to the point where it's like, all right, these are the walking angles I need to get. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, doing things really fast and choppy is just terrible for your acceleration. And that's kind of like, coming from a football player, like, fast and choppy works as a running back. Like, it doesn't really work for a receiver, which is why receivers really transfer really well for track athletes. But running backs, like, fast and choppy works. It will shake somebody up and have them going the wrong way. Like, fast and choppy, and just like, it's just misdirection is what you do. Like, at the line, you got to kind of chop to find which hole you need to go through. But choppy doesn't really work for acceleration when you need your whole body to go, as fast as possible and as more motion. So just working those angles, man. Working those proper angles, and I feel it, like, when I'm doing it. Like, I feel myself getting a little bit better at it, and I'm just like, dude, when this is like second nature to me, which is going to be, just because like everything I do for a long time becomes second nature, like, I'm going to be so fast at acceleration. Like, I'm going to be great. I know for a fact, once I get that done and down, I'm going to be great at acceleration. But right now, I'm terrible at it, because if you ask me to, if you blew a gun right now and told me to run another 60-meter dash, like, I'm still going to go fast and choppy, boom, 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 because that's what my muscle memory is. But me, again, coaching myself for over a year and having that patience, knowing, like, that don't matter the fact that I can't do it today. I know I just got to drill it over and over and over again, and I'll just forget the way I was doing it, because I don't want to do it that way in the first place. That's just, I have more experience doing it the wrong way. So the second I have more experience doing it the more convenient and quicker way, I'm going to do it the more convenient, quicker, and faster way, which is taking the proper angles and taking full boom, boom, boom. And even though technically your steps are short in acceleration, still taking almost full steps and really putting that force into the ground instead of just like tapping it. Because, you know, when you're in top end speed, when you stand up straight, that is when you kind of want to just like boom, 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 tap as fast as possible. But when you're in that acceleration, those first, let's just say 5 to 10 steps, you want to just like boom, 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 and drive and build up momentum. So that's, you know, what I worked on in the gym today. And then I did an ab circuit, and I did like some glute bridges as well, because I realized like my glutes aren't really as activated as they should be in my acceleration. Like, I'm using my lower back a lot, and my lower back is getting just rounded and stressed out because I'm putting a lot of stress on my lower back, and I'm not engaging my glutes and my lower core, or my lower abdomen. So that's just something I've been working on. It's a lot of stuff, but it's just like really getting simple, or it's really getting like, not even simple, what's the best word for it? I guess it's getting condensed down to a couple different cues that I'm focused on. Like, I'm really just focused on this midsection of my body right now, like from really like where the glutes connect to the hamstrings up until where, like there into like the low mid back, and then the front side where it's just like my groin area until like my mid, like to my belly button almost. Like that area there, I realize it's like it needs to just be so stable and be able to lead me. Like that area of my body needs to be able to lead me forward, and everything needs to, you know, work off of that. And then I'm gonna work to like fix hands and feet next. But I want that core area to be very like stable, and that glutes to be, because it's the strongest muscle in your body, and I don't even feel them being activated when I do a lot of my acceleration work. So I know for a fact I'm leaving a ton of gains on the table there. But yeah, so that's what I did today. Tomorrow is supposed to be like 30-some degrees and raining and possibly snow. I'm just trying to time it up so I can get to the track and do my tempo work. And what I planned on doing tomorrow is I changed my tempo up a little bit to it being like a two 200s and then 2 150s, and I'm going to do the longer distance first, and it's going to be push, float, and it's going to be 50 meter pushing, boom, 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 because they say it's free energy, that first 50, and I obviously it's the best people, you know, in the world are saying that, right? So I believe them. So, you know, got to get out like it's any race in the first 50. So I want to be able to like get used to that, which is like pushing out, and then really focus on just like maintaining that, because obviously like it's not a 100% accurate race model, but it's getting like that idea in my body to where it's like, all right, I'm pushing out as hard as possible. Like, I'm not going to push as hard as possible tomorrow, but I'm going to push out harder than a tempo is, and then I'm going to relax it completely and make sure that my stride length is still there, and I try to keep around the same stride frequency, but just fully just like relax. And you know, when you have the cue relaxation, you're not fully relaxed because your brain is having to do something, but it's again a step in the right direction. And then I'm gonna come off that curve in my mind, try to sling it and accelerate off the curve and bring some momentum with me for 50 meters. So put foot to the ground, put force to the ground, and then that last 50, when people tense up, I'm gonna practice relaxation, right? So because I don't want to tense up. The worst thing you want to do in the 200 is tense up. And then I'm gonna do 2 150s, and I'm just gonna relax. And then the 150s are really focused on straightaway. because I'm relaxing for 50 meters. Even the startup is, I'm not really accelerating to